don't know, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, you, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wild card game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Carr. Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Carr maybe with a free play. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got the hook out to Ruggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
32-yard line.
counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on first down is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 54 yards away. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them? Great tendency.
But I think the ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
There on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's David Arnett picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Reception here by Rose. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down.
10 more yards. That's another Raiders 1st down.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he's not close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Will they make up for it? And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This time, Jackson will throw it. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd down.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over. They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. That is caught one-handed. Now he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Carr to throw again. And he's got it. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in? And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead. And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Carlson now to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's going to keep it, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Try and run the option. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs. 57 yards, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson was very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Make the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
He's going to run again. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Dobbins running out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 87 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
That's the score, Raiders 21, Ravens 6. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And there he goes.
That's just the start, baby!
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 82 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
The Ravens.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 42-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. There's that man again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Carr completes it, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And look at this. They get the throwing, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Starts with a completion out to the right, and they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Complete to
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Jonathan Abram.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
At the 42-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's It's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
To throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 45 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
If they do that, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now
nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle.
And it's caught inside the 30. Oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 60 yards.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.